Hi, Virgos. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers are always welcome. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides what you don't see coming. What is going on around you with loving energy? Who is coming towards you? Maybe a confirmation about somebody that you might be thinking of. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's been newly guided for the first time. So grateful. Let's see what our spirit guides have for you today. Spirit, I call upon you for messages of love. What is it that you need us to know at this time? What is it that you need us to hear? What do you have for my Virgos? I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have. I have a balancing act. Came into me as I'm trying to make it all happen. I'm trying to make all the different parts of my life happen, not just my love life. And the love life, I feel like, is just part of it. And the love life is, I don't know, the thorn in my side, maybe, that it's the only area of my life I just can't seem to kind of get that cog in the wheel moving. So yeah, it's a balancing act. There usually is one part of our life that is out of whack at any given time. And it takes turns, you know, sometimes it's our health, sometimes it's our money, sometimes it's our relationship. I always like to think that spirit takes care of your priorities first. That if you need help with your finances right now, like you really need help with your finances, they'll take care of your finances first and then they'll bring in love. Okay. So I always feel like they'll take care of your priorities first. So I feel like I'm trying to juggle everything and have a relationship at the same time or start a relationship. It's not easy to get all the parts and pieces of our life all kind of working at the same time. Sometimes it takes a while to get it together. So just do the best you can. Just do the best you can for today. I have a stalemate. I feel like I always talk about this. If you've never watched me before, I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like I'm stuck with somebody, or it's not going anywhere. It's not moving. It hasn't moved for a long time. I'm not calling them. They're not calling me. Is it Spirit's way of saying that maybe we walk away? You know, if somebody's not willing to make a move, if somebody isn't willing to meet you halfway or to apologize or to come back and be willing to talk, maybe Spirit's saying, hey, it's not a stalemate. It's a, maybe we need to take a look at this and move on. So that's something to take a look at. I have take care of yourself, self-care, throw all your energy into you. That's the best thing that you can do. It's going to raise your vibration. It is going to make you very much aware of what's going on around you, Spirit's saying. Almost a feeling of, I don't know, you know, when you get your hair cut and it's a different haircut and you kind of come out of the salon or barbershop and you're like, I look pretty good. I feel pretty good. It was almost that kind of a feeling. And it just told me that your vibration, you know, went up a peg. So you want to do more of those things. I have a shadow side. I've been working on myself. I've been healing. I have been taking care of myself. Those are all good energies. And I have been releasing. I have been taking really good care of not holding on. Maybe the stalemate is enough is enough. I've got to move on. And maybe Spirit's just kind of reminding you right now, it's all about you. It really is. Bottom of the deck, I have blocked off. So somebody is either closed off a connection or Spirit has. Just a reminder, Spirit will take things away from us. And it doesn't sound nice, but sometimes it's for our higher good. It's for our best good. It's for our they're protecting us. They want us to be happy. So sometimes Spirit will say, this isn't where I want you to go. This isn't the person I want you to be with. So that blocked off energy could be in your favor, believe it or not. So let's see where we're headed. Spirit, please share with me. I have an Ace of Swords. I have a Knight of Wands. I have a 9 of Cups. And I have a 2 of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords came into me as true self, okay? That you're identifying with somebody that makes you feel that you can definitely be yourself. Definitely. And I think that makes you feel really comfortable. I feel that there's a lot of love here because you're not afraid of what you're going to say. This person's a good listener. It feels like this person is honest back, they're saying. So I've got somebody coming into your energy that I would like to think you can be your true self with anybody, but maybe you just feel really comfortable with this person right from the beginning, that you don't have to kind of put on that my best behavior at the dinner table, right? So I do feel that. I also feel the attraction. I feel the attraction. And then I feel this choice of, do I want to move forward with this or don't I? I'm asking Spirit, why would you be holding back? Spirit, why would you be holding back if you can be yourself and you feel good in this connection? I have a Star. I have a Page of Pentacles. I have a Queen of Pentacles. And I have a Lover's card. Okay, so why would you be holding back? Because you want to be guaranteed that it's everything that you want. You want to be guaranteed that this is everything that you've ever wished for. You want to be guaranteed that this is your person. And I'll get a lot of people reach out to me for private readings and say, is this my person? Is this my forever person? And only you can answer that question. It's more of a sense of an inner knowing. It doesn't come in the first date. It might not even come in the first weeks or months. You may not know that this is your person for a little while. It depends on, how fast you fall in love with somebody and in what you're both feeling and how you react to each other and how you're growing and learning. But it looks like it's pretty good. Okay. I mean, the cards are telling me that you feel very secure with this person. And I'm going to say, at least you wished for this. Okay. That if it's not the real deal, it's very close. It's like, this is what you're wishing for. And it does make you feel very secure. It does make you feel there is a sense of comfort that I can be myself. There's a sense of there's nothing I can't say or do. This person accepts me inside and out. This person, I'm going to say they love you for you. And they see the real you. That's how I feel, that you don't have to be anything but yourself, which I would hope you'd be anyways. But I mean, people act differently around different types of people. So you just want to be your true self. You know that about yourself. I have a 7 of Swords. I have a 7 of Wands. I have a 4 of Swords. And I have a Hermit. Okay, so this is a lot of fear around getting hurt again. This is a lot of fear of, what if I fall in love with this person and they hurt me? What if I fall in love with this person and they don't want the same thing and I find myself alone again? Then they weren't your person. Okay, then they weren't the person that you're meant to be with, and there's going to be somebody else. You can't prevent yourself from being hurt, unfortunately. I wish we could. I wish I had a best-selling book that told you how. But all you can do is try, and all you can do is put your heart into it. But this is a lot of fear, and this is a lot of you trying to work through that fear, they're saying. I have an Ace of Pentacles, I have a 5 of Wands, and I have a 10 of Cups. So there is definitely something. Let's look at these two together. So this is abundance flowing into you. This isn't, an offer of a lifetime of love, is how I just felt. It's somebody who sees that we can have infinite abundance, infinite love, infinite money together, make our dreams come true, share the same dreams, they're saying, and we could have it all. So there's no reason to not be in this connection. There's nothing holding you back other than I just don't want to get hurt again. And that's going round and round in your head. That's more of a, I've just fought so many battles. I just don't want to fight another battle. And again, nobody does. There's people that decide that they don't ever want to be in another relationship because they just can't be bothered. But if you want a relationship, you have to be willing to take the risk of being hurt or the gain of falling in love and being happy. So is it a roll of the dice? Not necessarily, because you also have the wisdom and the choice of years of knowledge, experience, lessons, judgment, being able to, see what's best for you. So sometimes you don't even enter into the relationship because right from the beginning, you realize this isn't going to be a match. This isn't going to be somebody that it's going to ever work out with, and that's how you have to think. You got to kind of think ahead. Okay. Like, is there something about this person that I'm just never going to be happy with? Like, it's just not ever going to work out for whatever reason. So that is something that you're much smarter with. But I feel like it's I guess I want to say opportunity. I think that would be a way to say it, that this is an opportunity of a lifetime also. And I don't want to think of it this way. It's a door opening and I have a choice. I either walk through that door or I don't. If I don't walk through that door, I'll never know. So that's always the, ooh, do I go through that door or don't I? Because it's the fear of the unknown. And it's also the, am I going to walk away from the best thing that might have ever happened to me? So, I've always been the kind of person that said, I have nothing to lose, because if I don't try, then I'll never know. And so be it if my heart's broken, but then that person wasn't good enough for me, is how I always saw it. If it ended, then that person wasn't going to be good enough for me. And I feel like this is an opportunity. I'm going to say the new door opening, just how do you feel about a new door and walking through, can I walk through that door at this stage in my life with not knowing that it's this, because you're not going to have the answer. You are not going to be told on that first date that this is the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Some people maybe love at first sight and, they get lucky, but for most of us, we get to know each other, we learn about each other, we grow, we go through things together as a couple. And over time, we realize we want to stay together and we are happy. So we just stay together, but it doesn't happen overnight. And you're not going to have, that instant knowing of, definitely you may have a feeling of this feels good. My heart is telling me, yes, this feels great. Third party situation, interference. I want to make sure that there's nothing in the background, right? I want to make sure that there's no strings attached to this person. I don't want to find out down the road that, they've got something else going on and, it came out of the woodwork. So definitely do your due diligence with stuff like that. Ask a lot of questions. Unfinished business, going back and forth. If somebody says to you, I've broken up with somebody too many times to tell you, but they always go back to that person, that to me would be a red flag. That to me would be, they can't get somebody out of their system. And what makes me think I'm going to change them? I want a relationship. I want a commitment. I want a partner, like boyfriend, girlfriend. the person who you say, what are you looking for? And I said, I'm looking for a relationship. Okay, good answer. I'm not looking for casual. I'm not looking for, let's just see where this goes. I'm looking for a real relationship and something that's going to last. So that is what you want somebody to answer. I have a fated meeting. I love that. Meant to be, destiny. It's been predetermined. It's been a soul contract. So we're meant to find each other. And I always believe that there's that, you know, the universe is working for us and we're meant to find each other. How gorgeous. Travel, distance, boundaries, far apart, a getaway. A little bit of, I've traveled lifetimes to be with you. Excuse me. I've traveled many lifetimes to be with you. So a soulmate energy traveling as well. What's the bottom of my deck? A reconciliation and a date. So for some of you, you could be thinking about somebody, or it could be a reconciliation of a soulmate from another lifetime that we're finding each other in this lifetime. So I'm back together again, but a date. I want to go on a date with you. Anniversary, meeting up, having a drink, having a romantic evening. I don't know. It came into me as just kind words, that this person may have a very kind way of speaking. But whether it's complimenting you or the way that they listen and they're very empathetic or sympathetic about something going on in your life, or very caring. But you could fall in love with this person just because they could be the kindest person you've ever met. Like that's how you describe them. Everybody describes them as kind and caring, and everybody loves them for that reason. So that I think Spirit wants you to know that there's a sense of, like, they're saying pure heart and kind. There's a sense of kindness and pure heart about this person. And again, why do you fall in love with people? You know, some of you would prefer, I'd rather have somebody with a pure heart and that's kind than they're super good looking. You know, it's like, yeah, you want them to be attractive to you, but you don't, you know, but if they're mean and they're attractive, that's not gonna work. But kind heart, they need you to know that they have a really good heart. Okay. Spirit, please share with me. So this new door, are we ready to walk through, and are we ready to have this opportunity? I have a Knight of Pentacles. I have a Five of Swords. I have Strength. And I have an Eight of Pentacles. I feel like it's a work in progress. I will say that. I feel like I am definitely trying to be stronger, I would say, in the dating game, in the meeting new people game, for those of you that are single. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to manifest. So all of those things are working. You know, continue to do those things because they're helping, whether you believe it or not. But I do feel like it's hard work. It's hard work dating. It's hard work kind of putting your energy out there. Try to make it fun. Try to make it exciting for you. Have a good time doing it. Okay, they're just people, Spirit just said. You're just meeting new people. You're just making a new friend. And that's how I want you to look at it. I have a King of Pentacles. I have a Ten of Cups. I have a Nine of Cups. And I have an Ace of Swords. Very nice. So you do have somebody with a strong sense of independence. You have somebody with definitely a strong sense of truth. You have somebody who they're saying speaks their truth, speaks their mind. But again, in this kind of kind, caring, loving way. this person's going to be very self-confident. I don't feel like I'm struggling with paying my bills as a king. I feel that that area of their life is under control, for whatever that means. They probably are just, you're probably the one, when I talked earlier about what's missing in my life, it's my relationship. Like everything else in my life is going good except for my relationship. This person probably feels the same way. I have everything. You know, if they're a little bit older, my kids are great. My kids are grown. I have a great home. I have a great career. I have money in the bank. I don't have anybody to share it with. This person's looking for somebody to not only share their life, but a sense of contentment, and somebody who doesn't disturb their life, doesn't upset their life, I guess. You know, invite somebody into my life that makes me feel content and comfortable, doesn't bring drama, crazy, and high maintenance into it. So there's this feeling of, I do want that. I want to share my life with somebody, and I have a lot to share. I have a lot of love to give. I have a lot to offer, and I'm going to be really, really good to somebody because I know I'm a kind person. I know I'm a good person. So, but I want somebody to share my life that they help to make me feel content in my life. Okay. So that I can help them feel more content also. So that's important to them. So this person's at a stage in their life where they don't want games. They don't want drama. They don't have any drama in their life. They're probably living a pretty normal life. And maybe they had drama in the past, Spirit said, but they don't ever want to go back to that. Like they found a place of peace and comfort within their life right now. And all they're looking to do is share it with somebody. Share it with somebody honestly and truthfully. So contentment is big for this particular person. Can I go back to walking through that door, Spirit? Can you share with me what's on the other side? I want to know what's on the other side of that door. I have a 6 of Pentacles. I have a Hanged Man. I have a Messenger. It's an extra card in this deck. And I have the Sun. It's a new beginning. Expect a message, okay? Expect somebody, this looks like they're ready to make a move. You know, it's a very much a give and take, but it looks like somebody's ready to make a move, whether it's asking you out on a date, let's meet for the first time, let's spend some time together, and then it'll be your turn. You ask them out on a date. You know, they entertain you the first time, then you entertain them the second time, something like that. Definitely a feeling of this is what I've been waiting for. But these are like flowers that are singing in Alice in Wonderland. They're colorful, all the colors of the rainbow, just this beautiful kind of message coming in that opens my eyes to new love blooms. And I feel like whoever this is, there's a sense of peace and comfort around this connection. And for those of you that's all you're asking for, I just want somebody that I can love and be loved. Yeah, I really feel like there's just this beautiful sense of peace and comfort, and there's not crazy. I guess I want to say it that way too. I have a 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups at the bottom of my deck, and a Knight of Cups. This is a romance, okay? This is definitely a romantic connection that is going to turn into something so much more. It was almost a feeling of somebody who maybe never, 2 things. Either they've never been married before and they just never thought of themselves as being married, but they want to marry you. Or they were married before and they told themselves they never do it again. But since they've met you, all of a sudden that's changed and they would consider being married a second time. Okay, so it came into me kind of both ways. So you changed their mind about commitment is how I just felt. Maybe they had been saying one thing, but, you know, because you're the right person, I think that you've definitely changed their mind about what it is that they really want for the rest of their life. So because you're the right person, they're not going to commit to anybody. Maybe in their mind, they thought they'd never find somebody that they would ever commit to again. But I feel like you've changed their mind. That feels nice. Spirit, what are the loving messages? The timing is off, but I want you. Okay, so maybe we are working on getting through something, maybe on one side. Maybe somebody's finishing out a divorce, or somebody has started over somehow. Wasn't expecting you to come into my life at this time. It feels too good to be true. It is true. It is. And whenever that feeling comes in, I'm going to say, don't question it. Say thank you. Say thank you. I'm so happy. We have so much in common. Beautiful. Our souls are connected. What did they say? A fated meeting, right? They said it's a fated meeting. But what I really like is this feeling of there's something about you that they really didn't think that, maybe because they feel content, right? They feel peace and comfort. They feel like when they walked through that door, they didn't know what was on the other side, but it was you. And they do have everything that they've been asking for with you. Maybe they just never thought they'd find it again. So this person's going to be open to a commitment. They are. Now, whether that happens or not, that's going to be up to both of you. But I think that this person, it's almost like you've changed their mind about, it's the grumpy old man who got divorced who says, I'll never get married again. And then they meet you and fall in love. And all of a sudden they're like Mr. Romantic, and, they're looking at wedding rings. So yeah, you've changed them. That's what's going to happen. So that probably is what we don't see coming. And it's probably on their side more so than on your side, because they've been telling themselves all along that they'd never get married again. And then here you are. So I feel like something is going to happen with that. I'm going to put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. How great. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment, claim it. It's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check out my website, kathymamolenspsychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other 2 YouTube channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame Soulmate channel for some additional readings that aren't uploaded on this channel. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and we'll see you all again real soon.